Assalamu alaikum, dear students. How are you all? Hope all of you are doing very fine. Today with you, I am Jannatul Firdaus, lecturer, Department of English, Milestone College. Dear students, today I am going to discuss about how to write CV. Before discussing our certain topic, CV writing, I want to tell you that this question generally comes in your English second paper in question number 12. And for the topic CV writing, you will have 8 marks. Dear students, first of all, I am going to discuss about the two terms, that is cover letter and CV writing. Cover letter. Along with the CV, it's very important to send a cover letter as well. That means cover letter is a mandatory part which must be sent with a CV for providing certain information on your skill. Moreover, it offers a quick review and also gives an attention to detail. Cover letter is a single page letter like an application. It's a document sent with a CV. So let's know what should we avoid for writing cover letter. Yes, dear students, you should follow some points. That is, it should be precise and you should avoid unnecessary words and never include irrelevant words. Now comes for the using of language. The language of cover letter should be formal but friendly, and you should write in active sentences rather than passive sentences. When writing a cover letter, what should be your guideline? Dear students, you must follow. Number 1, include a date first. Number 2, to address the main person of the institution or the company. Number 3, mention the job you are applying for. Number 4, shows that your skills and experience match for the expected job. Number 5, encourage the reader to read your CV. So let's discuss about CV. CV stands for curriculum vitae. So what is CV? Yes, dear students, CV is a personal history of a person that presents a person's personal details, academic career, experience, interest, and skill. Now, what is the purpose of CV? Yes, a well-written CV is a must to obtain for expected good job. Curriculum vitae, that means course of life. It's a brief summary of the basic information of an applicant. Dear students, now let's know about its category. There are different types of format used in preparing a good CV. They are chronological CV, functional CV, and last of all, combined CV. Now, what about chronological CV? Chronological CV or performance CV is the most traditional one, and it basically presents your work and educational history. Now, second one, that is functional CV. Dear students, functional CV focuses on and highlights your skill and achievements that you have gained throughout the whole working career. Lastly, now come to the combined CV. Combined CV follows basically both chronological CV and functional CV format, and that makes a CV so longer. For writing CV, you have to follow some instructions. Dear students, if you can remember some instructions accordingly, you can write a standard CV. So, what should be your guideline for writing CV? Dear students, number 1, it should be simple, neat and accurate. And number 2, it should be complete and up to date with current information. Number 3, it should not be longer than 1 page. Dear students, let's know something more about CV writing. By presenting a CV, you want to show your set of skills makes you suitable for the position. So, dear students, it's very necessary to know what to include in a CV. Here you can see I have mentioned some things. First of all, when it comes to contact details, you must include here about your full name, address, email address, mobile numbers, etc. After that, education. In this section, what to do? Dear students, your education should be listed here in reverse chronological order. Dear students, in the format of CV, there I will make you understand about this properly. Now, let's understand about this section, that is work experience. Dear students, here you just list your experience also in reverse chronological order. That means just try to focus on the recent experience. After that, you can see we can tell about skills and achievements. So, if you are writing an appropriate CV, you want to show off your abilities to the employer. So, for that reason, this section is very much important to mention in your CV. After that, interest. Dear students, you can boost your CV by mentioning interest and hobbies, because this can help you to show how well you fit for the company. Last of all, in your CV, of course, you have to mention this section, that means reference section. Like including address on your CV, you have to mention this reference section, because this is the most vital part of your CV. Now, when you will write about a CV, let's know some tricks how to write a good CV. Dear students, let's understand by going through some sentences. Right? Here you can see I have mentioned there should be no spelling or grammar mistakes in your CV. Dear students, you should be very much careful about that. After that, use active verbs wherever possible. Dear students, when you will write about something in details, of course you should be very much careful. You will write active sentences rather than passive sentences. Next, you can see another sentence to inform you, that is, provide real life examples that demonstrates all the skills you have mentioned in your CV. That means you should have skills based CV. Then another more sentences, we just trying to go through this. Provide a professional sounding email address. Dear students, when you will write about your email address, just make sure your email address sounds so professional. And next, never exaggerate on your CV. Dear students, you should not mention any unnecessary information in your CV. Right? Next, you can see another sentence. Your education should be listed in reverse chronological order. Dear students, when you are going to tell about your education, you just try to make a list about all your previous educational information. And then each section must be introduced by a big bold heading. What does it mean? That means you should use bold heading so that your employer can understand your information very quickly. Dear students, now let's understand by going through a sample question. Dear students, you can see the sample question. In question number 12, the question for CV is going to be like this. Suppose you are Rejwan or Rejwana. You have obtained MA degree from the University of Dhaka. Government Laboratory School Dhaka is going to recruit some assistant teachers in English. Now write a CV with a cover letter for the post. Your CV shouldn't exceed 1 page. Dear students, from this question you have got some important information and also some important clues which you have to mention in your cover letter and also in CV. The information is like that. You can see from this question, when you will write about educational details, you have to mention from the question MA degree, and also you have to mention the institution name, that is University of Dhaka. In that case, you can't write in your own way. And another thing you have to notice, that is there you can see the post name, that is assistant teacher. And my dear students, when you will write CV and cover letter, of course you have to remember that you have to write these two things in two individual pages. Now comes for the writing of cover letter. The very first thing, that is you have to write first about the date, just like this, 3 December 2020, and then you have to address to the person of the institution's name, just like this, the principal, Government Laboratory School, Dhaka. After that you will leave a space and you will write subject, and of course you have to write the full form of the subject. And here the subject is for the post of an assistant teacher in English. And after that you can start in this way. Dear Sir, in response to your advertisement published in the Daily Star of the 1st December 2020 for the post of an assistant teacher in English, I would like to offer myself as a candidate for the post. My full curriculum vitae and attested copies of my documents are enclosed herewith for your kind consideration. Dear students, few more points I would like to recommend here. That is, the language of the cover letter should be formal, short but friendly. And of course you will write in active sentences rather than passive sentences, because the writings of the cover letter gives you a chance to draw others' attention. Now let's have a look for the next part of the cover letter. I therefore pray and hope that you would be kind enough to select me for the post and oblige thereby. And after that you will write your sincerely, and then you will put your signature. Dear students, at the end of the cover letter writing, some information should be mentioned. Here you can see attachment, and in this portion you can write these three things. That is, first of all, number 1, a complete CV, and number 2, attested photocopies of all academic certificates, and number 3, 2 copies of passport size photographs. Dear students, now let's discuss about curriculum vitae, that means CV. You know that first impression counts when you are applying for a job. So it's very important to format your CV for a professional outlook. So all information in your CV should be well organized. Here you can see the name and mail address should place at the top of your CV. Now look forward to the personal details. The information of the personal details should be very much specific, and everything will be in a line towards the left side, and always try to stick to a relevant information. Now we'll look forward what to include in personal details. Dear students, you can see, first of all, you should write your name, Rajwana. Next, father's name, Mr. Hassan. After that, you can see, you will write your mother's name, suppose Sanjida Begum. And then you will write your present address accurately, because anyone can contact with yourself very quickly. After that, you will write your permanent address, suppose 42 Purana Paltun, Dhaka. Then, of course, you will mention your date of birth, 1/6/1995. Dear students, you can see in number 7, you have to mention nationality, that is Bangladeshi. And after that, you can write your mobile phone number, and then you can write blood group, suppose B positive. After that, you can write about your religion, that means Islam. And next, you can write about marital status. Dear students, in this section, that means in educational details, you must draw a box, and the educational section contains brief information about your education and qualification background. Moreover, there should be around 5 sections, you can see, and these 5 sections will be vertical. And of course, the information in this section need to be in chronological order. That means when you will write for the first section about the courses you have done, of course you will write from the highest to lowest. That means you just try to place information about the courses, the most recent first one. Okay, suppose you can write here MA, the course name is MA. Then you will write BA or Bachelor of Arts, and then you will write HSC, and after that you will write about SSC. In next section, you can see you have to write about your subject name. For MA, you can write the subject name English, and for BA Honors, you can write the subject name English. And for SSC and HSC, you can write your group name, that is Humanities. Dear students, in third section, you can see the courses you have done, from which university. You just try to mention this. In first one, you can see for MA, you can write your institution name, University of Dhaka, and for BA Honors, you can write the institution name, that is University of Dhaka. And for SSC and HSC, you can write the board's name, that is Dhaka. And in the next section, you can write your year of passing. That means you have to mention these years very correctly. And for SSC, you can see the year of passing is 2011, and for HSC, you can see your year of passing will be 2013. That means it takes 2 years to complete the HSC. And after that, in 2017, you will complete your BA Honors. That means after HSC, it takes 4 years to complete the course. And after that, in 2018, you have completed your MA degree. The candidate should put much more focus on this qualification by mentioning grades and GPA. That means the grades and GPA is very much important for educational details. And here you can see for MA, you can write your GPA 3.15. For BA Honors, you can write the GPA 3.13, and you can write SSC and HSC GPA 5. Now comes to the point work experience. In this section, the work experience section of your CV contains information on your previous job. And dear students, you can see I have mentioned here the previous job experience, that is working as an assistant teacher in ABC School, Dhaka since 2015. And after that, in skills section, after that you will write about your skills that are relevant and add value to your application. And you can write here about your skill, that is MS Word, MS Excel, PowerPoint, Access and Internet. Because you are very much expert of this section, of course you will mention this in your CV. Finally, in reference section, you can see the reference section is the final part of your CV, containing the contact details of two people who know you well. First of all, you can see first reference is here. You can see I have mentioned here first reference, that is Muhammad Ibrahim, Assistant Professor, Department of English, University of Dhaka. And then another reference you should mention, that is Muhammad Ziaul Haq, Professor, Northern University. Dear students, then you will put a signature. Of course, you will write about the signature, and this is how you can write a standard CV by following these guidelines. From this slide, dear students, you can get a quick idea about how to write cover letter and CV. Of course, you have to write these two individual things in 2 pages. First of all, you will write cover letter, then you will write CV. And you know that along with your CV, it's very important to send a cover letter as well. So dear students, that's all for our today's class. Hope all of you have understood properly, and of course you will be very much benefited by this class. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.